Hallo und herzlich willkommen, greetings and welcome, ich dein Hosat, in the next episode of Deck Rundown. Today we are playing Control Soldier. If there is a no fun deck, it's this. Control Soldier is made to wreck basically anything that comes into its way, and the way that you go under it is that you spread your creatures and you manage to win by turn 4, 5, 6. So let's see the deck itself, because we have a row of actions, then we have a row of hardcore control cards that we have, either endgame or just stuff to help you stay alive, and then in the third row we will have guards and creatures that draw. So let's see, we have a Delias. Disarm a creature, disarm is silence from Tassel. The reason we are running a Delias is because the deck is so pricey that we needed locust cards, and then I realized that Adelias can be kind of a removal because you can play an Adelias on a Tribe Shaman, and then that will save you at least 4 damage, but also people usually equip the Tribe Shaman with a Guardian Steel Sword in aggros, and then you can deal with the buff from the Tribe Shaman that it gives to other creatures, as well as the item on the Tribe Shaman. So Adelias is just a good card in this. Then we have Execute, we have Soldier Strike, this is Edict from Tesla, we have Javelin, we have in Risk. This is why we are running a no fun deck, because in Risk just steals creatures, and then the goal is to steal all of your opponent's creatures, or at least 3 of them, because we have 3 in Risk. Then we have Avalon Researcher, only 2 copies of this, because you want to level in Risk with this. In Risk is the only living word in our deck. Then we have Ring. Summon, choose one of 2 random living words to shuffle 2 copies of into your deck. When you play a living word, play it 1 level higher, so this is the 3rd copy of the Researcher. But it also has a 2 out of 5 chance to give you another 2 copies of Risks, so you can run 5 of in the deck. Then we have Dorfel, who is another no fun card. This is a 3 cost for 4 that invest 5, which means that if you play this for 8, then you can steal an enemy creature, and on last gasp you give the stolen creature back to your opponent. But you don't really need to use the invest, you can just play this as an early creature for 3, and it's good for that. Then we have Tartush for the drain and the late game. We have Lord of the Cold Wind for a finisher, because we need something to close the game off. Because as you can see, we have so many control creatures, and then we have so many guards that there is no endgame. So the endgame is Tartush and Lord of the Cold Wind and whatever you manage to steal. So against other control decks, you will keep the Indrisks and Dorfhall to steal your opponent's strong creatures. And against aggro, you can play Dorfhall and Indrisk earlier. Also, one combo is to play Adelias on your own Dorfel, and then you won't have to give the stolen creature back to your opponent. This is again a combo for control opponents and not aggro. Then we have Miner for ramp, we have Lady of the Cold Wind because we need other creatures, and we were lacking creatures for 3, so there is Lady here. This will also give us Windwheels, so we can even steal from your opponent's discard pile. 1 out of 4 chance if you manage to trigger the Lady's effect. Then we have Haran because of the drain, and the regeneration is just a good card. And we have Yakin because Soldier lacks card draw, so we have Yakin here. Then in the guard row we have City Guard, Windwalker, Jerry. The last gasp effect is especially useful. We are running Jerry instead of Hive Defender from Tesla because there is no Hive Defender, so we are just running this. We have Palahin. Then we have Guardians of History Assassin for early removal. We have Alan Scholar, 2 copies of this, I think, but maybe just 1. You have already seen it at the start of the video. This is to draw your Inrex, and then you can level it with Researcher. And then we are running Nidron Scout, which might seem weird, because why would you run this? Of course, you're running it for the draw, but mainly the reason I decided to run Nidron Scout in this is because it costs 3, and then we have creatures for 3 to play. And this is the deck that I was running. This time I was playing against Ares, who decided to switch decks after the first match. You'll see why. In the first match, he was on Aggro Crusader. In the second, he was on Midrange Battle Mage. Let's see how the games went. Alright, let's see who goes first. I rolled a natural 1, so you will go first, I'm pretty sure. Unless you roll a 1. You rolled a 12, you go first. I have the ring for the first match. I guess I will put these 2 back. I'm playing against aggro, so I'm definitely not keeping these. Better.
Okay, yeah.
You're up first.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass my first turn. That's probably no surprise.
Nice.
Okay.
When I play this deck, I remember all the names that I would see in Tassel who will play a similar deck, and I will be not enjoying myself while they have a deck like this. I think I am... yeah, I will have to play Ring, Dorful, Pass. So I have something to trade with.
Invest. Is that like you can play like or you can pay like an extra 5?
Yeah, it's exiled. Oh,
I'm just gonna
raiding
trade.
party.
I'm just gonna run those into your guy, I guess.
Really?
I mean, yeah. It's either that or my guy dies. So.
Yeah,
you know.
But if like this is 6 damage.
Yeah, but if I don't, you're gonna trade into my guy.
Cool.
Right?
I think this was a mistake.
I mean that's fine.
And you will hit me for 2.
Sure.
I go to 3. I think you just gave me enough time to develop the ring. Summon, choose one of 2 random living words to shuffle 2 copies of into your deck. When you play a living word, play it 1 level higher. So while you're doing your turn, I will just look up the living words. So that's a Steel Sword, which means you gain +2/+2. And it only costs 1, so you have 3 left. Ekelhalf Weaponsmith. Summon, put a battle axe into your hand. There you go. And then I will do my ring stuff. So let's see which one I choose. Oh, well. That's not even... Actually, it's a question. Because this would only go up to level 3. Still, I will do that. 1 copy, 2 copies, flip, shuffle. Okay, and this is a 2/3 that will go up to being a 4/3 because of Type Shaman. And then you go face.
Yeah.
For 4, I go down to 24. I will draw a card on 25, and that's your turn.
Yeah.
Go to 4, draw 1. Now I do this. I think this is the best. I call... yeah. Jerry Pass. Windrunner run into Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
It will mean that your Windrunner is left at 2 health. And I will unsummon... Drumroll, please, your Tribe Shaman.
I'll poke for 2.
For 2. And you have 1 point left.
Yeah, I got nothing to play with it.
Then I draw 1, I gain 1, I'm at 5. Paladin Pass. Do you run Hooked Arrow?
I don't think so.
Yeah, then there is no disarming way. You just have to push through the 9 health. Oh yeah, Steel Sword. On whom? And Battle Axe.
On the Weaponsmith?
On the Weaponsmith. So that means +2 from the Steel Sword and +4 from the Battle Axe. And then +2 from the Steel Sword and +1 from the Battle Axe. So this is an 8/6. And you double trade.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of have to, I think.
You could have played the Tribe Shaman and the Battle Axe.
Mm,
With
I don't have
6.
enough mana for that. I only have. Oh,
That
I
would
guess
have
I
been
have 6,
6.
eh?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, then I will. Then I will do that. I don't know why I thought I was at 5. That's my
Because
bad.
you forgot to add your resist points last turn.
Uh,
So let's just
okay.
fix this so it's an actual match and not something that you lost because you miscounted. So I'm at 6. Well,
I feel like this is still not going to be very like I don't know. I might get you down like a little bit more, but I feel like it's probably going to end there.
yeah, I'm starting to stabilize now. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's just the problem with like the more aggressive decks in like the earlier set. I think is that like pretty much mid game and like whatever. Like if you can kind of hang on, which I mean there isn't really any like beginning of the game like fucking aggression unless you draw like House of Answers and like play it on curve.
And also the fact that I'm playing control spells for or soldier. So everything has guard. Outside of Dorfhall, who is a 4/4. The fun thing is that this is still the same Tribe Shaman that you saved on your 3rd turn. Messenger.
So I guess I'll trade into your
You have 1 point left.
And yeah, so if I trade this into your guard here,
Yeah.
then he does survive, eh?
Yes.
By a little bit. Okay. And then I'll Steel Sword on the Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
And
+2/+2.
the yeah, so that would be like what 4 and 8, so 12 to face.
Who goes first? Because I will play a card for free.
The bigger guy.
So I go down to 14. I play a card. I draw a card. First play. I won't even play this. Then draw. And then you go face for 4.
Yeah.
Alright. I will play Windwalker for free. 2/2, drain, guard. Draw 1, gain resist point, I'm at 7. And keeping this paid off. Good. Dorfhall trades with Shaman. You lose 2 power here, 2 power here. Then, Windwalker actually goes face. Drain 2. I will play a Valen Researcher, upgrade Living Word in your hand, and I will play in risks for level 3 this steal an enemy creature with 7 or less power. I will steal your Purple Messenger, and I will run it into your Weaponsmith.
Yeah.
And pass.
I'm gonna do Pillar.
Pillar, ping of whom?
Ping the 1, and Windrunner runs into the drain guy.
And you ping the support or just my face? The support doesn't really matter anymore. That's why I ask.
Well, yeah, no, I had to ping the drain guy, didn't I?
No. This is a 2/2.
Only 2/2. Okay. Oh, my bad.
Then you can play your Bannerman. The reason.
Yeah, I will.
Evansfish did the same because Battlestalker is a 2/3, but Windwalker is just a 2/2.
Yeah, no, I was like, that's definitely a 2/3, but I guess it isn't. So.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Draw 1, go to 8. So I am definitely dealing with your Bannerman. I can do Javelin. I think this was one of the better Javelin targets. And then I will break the ring, play Haran in Shadow, and I believe that will be game.
Ugh. Yeah. No, I don't think I can beat that. How many cards do you have in your hand?
4.
Yeah, I'm done.
You? You have 2.
Yeah, and that's after drawing. Oh, well.
You will still get a card next turn, because if I go face, you draw 1.
I think I'm just gonna have to use a different deck. I don't think this is gonna cut it.
You have some guts quaying mid-range Battle Mage into Control Soldier.
I mean, really? I don't know. I don't think so.
And I go first. Meaning that I will Do I mulligan this? Probably. But this is a nice curve. I guess I won't mulligan this. And I will pass turn 1, as always.
So I guess I should draw and then basically do pretty much nothing.
Go to 2. Curve out, pass.
I guess you played something, so I have to. Kind of. I think that's how that works, pretty much.
Yeah. Work after. And that's a turn.
Yeah.
I go to 3. I'm kind of feeling like going face. Would that be the wrong thing to do? I'm playing Control Soldier, but I think, like, against mid-BM...
I feel like you know the right thing to do, and I think if you want to go face, then you shouldn't even have to ask yourself.
But I'm not sure if it's the right thing. But I think we'll go face for 2.
I feel like you play this game
Dorfhall
enough to know what to do based on just your gut reaction. So I don't think you should start fighting your instincts.
I hope that's right. Your turn. I think my hand is fast enough.
Yeah, like I would have. I don't know if you think that it's like I would probably have to have some sort of like a weird outlier in my hand in order to, like, you know, surprise you, to be honest. And I mean,
can you
like,
even surprise me when I know all of the cards in all of their
combinations?
I mean, that's
okay. Yeah, but that's true. But like, imagine this though. It's like just because you know all the cards doesn't mean you've built all the decks, right? Like, you know, people build things differently. But like, you can kind of see, like, now, obviously, like, you know, I mean, I feel like I'm always gonna have that weird card that fucking kind of throws you off. But that's just my thing, right? But like, I don't know, if I was like build a deck for pasta, like you'd be like, okay, and like it wouldn't be that hard. Like, you know, it would be pretty like streamlined. Yeah, it would be pretty streamlined, right? Like it's pretty easy. He's a pretty easy guy to please, and he knows what he wants. He wants all his cards to be out of his hand by turn 2. And like, you know, that's easy. But like, I don't know, mid BM. You build a mid BM and then throw in like a weird fucking card that I'd probably play. You know, that's pretty much it. Like, the only difference really in the decks is like the weird card might be different, but like for the most part, you know pretty much what I play, right? Like, and how I.
For you, the weird card is your limited card, and that's it.
I mean, yeah, but that's just weird in general. Fucking, it's just a ridiculous effect. I don't know. I mean, it seems ridiculous, but it's not really, because like there are cards that do that anyway, or at least there was. I don't know if we have them in here yet. Do we?
No.
Not yet, but I feel like that's gonna be a thing. I don't know. Are you like, is Pendatus gonna make it to this game, or?
No. We won't be fucking around with that.
It
It was really hard to say it without laughing.
Yeah, no, that's fine, because I mean, honestly, like, fuck that card anyway. That's why I wanted to make this, because I was like, I always felt left out. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I never play yellow, but like, I was probably my least played color, like, in terms of like, I don't know, Spell Sword in general was my least played deck probably in that entire game, up until like the very end.
Okay, but no one played Spell Sword, literally.
I know, yeah, and it's like funny because it's like some people actually like really fucking like when they fucked with it, they fucked with it hard. Like near the end, man, like that whole fucking like raised the fucking power of like creatures in your deck shit and stuff. Like people really started to catch on to how strong that shit was.
Your turn.
Yeah. So what do I have? 3, 4? No, I have 4 with the ring, right? Dreammaker.
That was the last turn you could have played that. Because of in risks, I will just steal it later on.
Oh, I feel like it's probably still gonna get stolen. Unless you still have, like, you know, unless you don't have it in your hand. I feel like you run like 17 of that card though, so.
Only 3, trust me.
Yeah. Well,
you attack City Guard for 2?
Yeah. I don't know, you seem to have it like a lot. That's all. I mean, obviously, if you run like 3 copies of it in a 50 card deck, it's not like outrageous to assume that you have it like pretty much most of the time. But like, I don't know. Like sometimes it's like you go through all 3 of them, and I'm just like, I don't even know what to say about this. Other than like, good game, I guess.
So if I go here, Dorfer survives.
You want to know something?
Summon the Oak Warrior, and then Dorfer can trade with it. Yeah, it's the right choice. I will trade with Warcrafter. Dorfer is dealt 2 damage. City Guard goes face, and I will play a Jerry, and pass. Go on. You wanted to say something.
Okay. Tree Maker is gonna swing into your 1 HP guy.
And you summon an Oak Warrior. There you go.
Raiding card.
Raiding party.
I'll play 2 of these over here.
Yeah. For the
And I'll
Jerry.
ping off. Yeah.
And then on last gasp, I will unsummon your Oak Warrior. Or, well, save it. Bye.
So, okay. Here's something that is funny. Well, maybe, I don't know. I guess because Oak Warrior is like an actual card in the game.
Yeah?
But, like, it's a token, right?
Yes.
Like, it was summoned, like, by a card. So, in Magic, if you bounce a token, it dies. Like, it vanishes. Because there is no such thing as, like, a token card that you can put in your hand. Like, there are, but, like, that's, like, the tokens are, like, I don't know. If you've ever watched, like, Naruto, think of them as, like, a shadow clone. Like, you just have to poke it and it dies. You know what I mean? But it still has, like, the same attack and whatever of, like, a card. But, like, you can't, like... So if you do, like, something like a bounce, or, like, you know, if it was to, like, leave the field in any way, it would be considered destroyed in Magic. Anyway. So,
anything else?
Yeah. I can't play that from my hand, but yeah, anyway, I have 2 left, I guess. So I'll play the...
Proceed.
Yeah. He came back from game 1.
And pass?
Yeah, he came back to get, like, stolen, probably. Anyway, yeah.
Trade with Tree Maker. And, well, you called it.
Yeah.
In risk.
Whatever. I could have not played it, I guess, but...
Your turn.
Not really. So what, now I'd be at 5?
Mm-hmm. 6 with the ring. Oak Warrior.
Surprise, surprise!
I wouldn't have seen this coming.
Well, actually, let's do it over here.
You don't want to give me 2 cards?
Not really. I mean, fucking, what? I pretty much would be giving you 3 cards at that point.
I go to 6.
I'm so rough.
Go face for 5. You draw 1.
Her.
I will play ring. Anyway, back to the game. People watching this, if we don't know what just happened, we just talked for an hour, so we'll see if we know where we were at. Yes, I played the ring, which means that I get to choose from 2 of oh man, you're so...
Didn't you already play this?
I played it, but I didn't resolve the effect. I just got in risk 2 copies of it shuffled into my deck.
Oh. Fun!
Yes.
Yeah, so you do run like 2 copies of that card.
And then...
Like, no wonder you have 7 fucking cards of it. You can fucking shuffle like 9 of them into your fucking deck.
I will play a Valiant Researcher and upgrade a living word in my hand. And the only living word in the deck is in risks. So you can guess what I upgraded. Your turn. I say you have Alien Sense again.
Yeah, I don't see myself winning this. It's pretty wild. You already stole 1 creature, and you haven't fucking you have way to steal another one in your hand.
Tribe Shaman.
Like, as a deck that doesn't, like, I don't know, I guess maybe I just don't play enough creatures. Like, but I feel like that's...
I don't think that's the case. So you traded with Researcher?
Yes.
And then anything else left to do? You have...
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like
you have 4 points
like,
left.
Yeah, I mean, like...
5 with ring.
I can't do anything, though. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
well, what do you want me to do? Play into your fucking thing? It's gonna steal my creature. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do anything to my creatures.
Yeah, I will steal this.
Yeah, see? Like, I'm not gonna give you shit. I'll keep the cards in my hand.
And then I will go face for 4, and you can play a card for free.
Yeah. You want to steal that one too? Or
No. I don't have enough resist points to steal anymore.
Yeah, this turn. Yeah, I will play that actually off the top.
Cunning Lie. Then let's check the top deck.
It's a miss. Of course.
And then I pass.
That'll do.
So that's 2 damage to the Oak Warrior.
You
have an item to equip?
Well, actually, yes. Let me use this first.
Preparations. So flip the deck, look at the bottom action, bottom item, and bottom creature.
Leechstone, Purple Messenger, and Lightning Bolt. That's pretty ridiculous. That's like the best fucking combination I probably could have really asked for, honestly. In terms of like impact on the game, I would say those cards are all pretty immediately impactful.
And that's 3, so you have 4 left, 5 with the ring. If you equip Bleedstone, then you can trade with Oak Warrior or just go face. Here you still
Yeah, I was thinking I could do that, but that's, I don't know, that's 3. I don't really know if I want to waste 3 on that. How much is your... So you got Oak Warrior over there at fucking 3. If I hit it with a lightning bolt, it goes down, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that, and then I'll swing with both these guys at your face.
That's 5. And Cunning Ally?
Cunning Ally, what's this guy saying? Dwarflaw? What's he at? Health-wise?
2. No, 1.
Yeah, okay. Percy hasn't taken any damage at all, so
Nope.
he's not going to go down. All right. So I'll trade in Doorfall so that, yeah, Cunning Ally goes down. Percy's all on his lonesome.
And that's the turn.
Yeah, that has to be my turn. I don't have any mana left.
I go to 8. I deal 1. Guardians of Wizardry Assassin.
Oh, okay.
And Jerry, pass. If you break my next rune, I will play a card for free if it costs 8 or less.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like read what that card does. The Guardian of Wizardry Assassin guy.
It doesn't matter what it does. The name is cool, so I played it.
I mean, it does matter that what it does, but I'm just trying to get over how cool the name is. Like, how much damage do you have on the board right now? Only 5, eh?
Yeah.
That's
this is a
actually pretty
control
much.
deck.
I know, but
it's
I'm just like wondering
with Javelin and Edict and the stealing action.
And you have 3 cards in your hand.
Well, if Percy dies, I will have 2 more.
This is just yeah, I know. Thanks for rubbing it in. I don't know. I'm just asking because like
Purple Messenger.
It does seem normally even in a position like this, normally you still have more cards in your hand. Although to be fair, I probably go a little too hard with my equipment sometimes. When in reality, I should be saving them like this because I'm not like, I don't know. I feel like I played into too many of your fucking steely cards to. Yeah, I guess that's probably why you were surprised. You were like, yeah, that's all you can do. It's like, well, no, I mean it's not, but that's all I'm gonna do.
And then you go first.
Like I'm gonna have to.
And which order?
So 6.
And I play a card for free.
Sure.
It's an Edict.
I knew it would be something stupid.
And you go face for 1.
How much mana do I have left?
1. 2 with the ring.
And yeah, I guess. Yeah, nothing in my hand costs 2. So.
Okay, then it's my turn, and I go to 9.
If you saw my hand, you'd actually laugh your ass off. You'd probably laugh so hard, like, it's not even funny.
I go face for 5. You draw 1. Then I risk your charger. That cost me 5. I have 4 left. I will go face for 4. And you play a card for free. I have 4 points left, so I can't play a stealing action anymore. Boat on the messenger.
What, did you steal that?
Yes, I did steal it.
Okay.
And then it's your turn. Stealing creatures with charge feels like cheating.
Because it kind of, no, it kind of is.
You have 8 points, and you draw 1. I have 3 cards in my hand.
I guess.
So this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use...
Wait. At the end of my turn, this died. Yeah, a second this. Alright. And then I will bounce the Percy. Purple Messenger. And Bloodwood Sword.
Do you have another like stealing action in your hand? Because if you do, then just...
I have already played 3, which is all that was originally in my deck. I have shuffled in 2 more with the ring.
Okay, so I mean, you could top deck it, is what you're saying.
And I draw 1, I play 1 for free. Oh, you got... I play Tartosh for free. And that's game.
That super sucks.
And you pass, and I win.
Well, I mean, I don't even have any fucking energy left.
No.
Like,
there was nothing to do there.
I mean, I could have leech stoned it if I had fucking thing, but I don't have any mana left, so...
And that marks the end of the Control Soldier episode. I hope that you have enjoyed the matches, and I will see you next week with Guard Sorcerer. Until then, Servus und Farewell. Isten Ovion.